Gotta make this one because of accusations I've gotten. And it's gonna, as usual, I usually bother people on opposite sides of an argument, and this probably will as well. How do I feel about substances? That includes all different kinds of medication, and vaccines and things like that, and what they call illegal drugs, and prescription drugs that have been used as illegal drugs that kind of picked up in the past decade or so. And, alcohol, tobacco, things like that. For me, see if you had any kind of skepticism about the COVID thing. They call you anti-vax, and that's not fair. It's crazy that it's crazy. It's like saying, "Oh, I don't like Hyundais," and then somebody saying that you hate cars. That's just one kind of them. There's other ones. Obviously, they've done a lot of good as far as like the vaccines go. I don't know if they're doing harm also. I don't really know one way or the other. There's not a very reputable source to not enough to really know for sure. It needs to be looked into more than it is by sane people. I don't believe in constantly taking medicine, pills, things like that. There's a lot of people who run around. Like, if you're on some sort of medication, that's one thing. Even though there's probably times where that's not necessary, arguably. But I mean, there's people that pop pain pills all the time. And I'm not talking about anything super strong. I mean, like, acetaminophen, ibuprofen, aspirin, naproxen, things like that. And it can do you some harm after a while. So I think I think there should be a sober way of doing that. I don't think it should be a constant thing. Smoking, I don't understand how people are still doing this. It used to be more people smoked years ago, and that's hard to believe. It's hard to believe because of the way people smoke these days. It's not that more people are smoking, it's that the people are smoking way more. And that the cigarettes and things like that are more unhealthy than it used to be. Used to be something you could do, and people did, and they lived long years. A lot of years, they lived long lives. Because they had some sense about it. They didn't chain smoke. It's crazy to me that people can go through multiple packs a week. Crazy enough, people do that in a day. How's that even possible? Maybe cigarettes go a lot quicker than, maybe you can actually go through them faster than what I'm thinking. I don't know, I'm not a smoker. The twits who run around with cigars, it's just, I'd rather see people with pipes. You don't see people with pipes near as much anymore, and that's not something that people do constantly. It's crazy to me, these idiots. I wish I could find something that would look a little bit like one. Well, pen or a pencil. It's not really right, but you always see the same expression. These doofuses with a cigar. Because they know that it kind of looks a little, I don't want to say on this video, but it looks a little funny. So they got to do weird facial expressions. Because otherwise, you really kind of own what it kind of looks like they're doing. So that they'll have one, but they won't just have it in their mouth. They'll be doing something like this. These idiots love to do this. They'll have it and they'll be going, what is that? Or you'll see them and they'll have it like this. You're a moron. You know what it looks like, and you're trying to fight that. Here's an idea. Just put the dang thing down. There's so many idiots that smoke those things. It's just the type of people that do it have made that off-putting. As for all the old classic illegal drugs, now I think all this stuff should be legal because it's a personal choice. That doesn't mean I think you should do it. I just don't want the government involved in what you do with your own body. But I'm not even. I mean, I'm in the singles ads, and I can tell you, the people saying 420 friendly. I mean, they're like this. And my issue with that, I have stronger issues with that than a lot of people have. I'm not a fan. Now, that doesn't mean I hate you if you do it. I don't like it. I think it should be legalized, but I don't like it at all. And it's because I've been long distances. I've met all kinds of different people, and I've seen them have the same issues and the only common denominator is that they'll have these weird mood swings, like they get mad over nothing, and they're just inconsolable. And it might not be a violent temper, but it's an outburst. It's just snappy, just foul-tempered. Just mood swings. And they also don't get nothing done. If you're progressing in life and you're doing good, you're getting the direction you need to go, and you do that, then I really can't find a problem with it. But for the most part, people take that in, and wherever you left them, check them 5 years later, that's where they are. Same place, if not worse. You don't progress while doing that stuff, generally speaking. Hey, if you have, fine, good for you. Most people don't. And again, like I said, there's the mood swings, and it oftentimes makes them hard to reach emotionally. You know that you have people argue with you. Oh, it doesn't do this and it doesn't do that. It's like, okay, then why do you do it? Oh, because it does this and it does that. You just said it didn't do that. Which is it? You know, I don't be sitting in a room all laid back and relaxed with my hair on fire. You know, I like to react when I need to react. So that's my problem with that, sort of a nuanced view. Because a lot of people are just gung-ho for it, more so than they ever have been. I mean, heck, people seem to have gotten back on the tobacco thing more than I ever thought. They might end up, as many people, smoking and drinking as they did years ago, and doing it more. So it's those two eras combined, the worst of both eras. You know, more people doing it, but also doing it way more, and that's not good. So, you know, I know I'm not the picture of health, but you kind of do need to take care of your health a little bit, especially when it disturbs your soul and your mind. You know, when you're not getting where you need to be in life. And don't get me wrong, I've tried to get some mental health myself to try to, you know, work some kinks out, so to speak. Not that kind of kinks. And I'm sure that they would prescribe me something, and I'd be skeptical about it. It's like, what's this going to do if I stop taking it? Because that's what usually happens. I'm sure they can dream up something to give me, and that's not really what I'm looking for, you know? So just basically be careful what you take in. Because you do need to keep your mind. You do need to keep your heart and soul. You need to be able to connect with people. You need to be able to progress in life. And if this stuff is holding you back, you got to cut it loose. And also just, you know, that's one thing. Be careful about the legal stuff as well, whether it's prescribed or not. Because unfortunately, there's a lot of quacks out there.